Hello everybody, so today I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. I'm going to talk about my everyday carry bag, or EDC bag. Some people call it a 72-hour bag. Basically, it's what I carry every day for some reason. If I can't make it home, I'll be able to survive. So it's not a whole lot of stuff. I have a 30-liter bag. It's just something simple. A couple pouches. And let's go ahead and get started. What I'll do is I'll go over the items as I open it up. So we'll just start with the top, I guess, work down. So I have, I keep a headlamp because it's nice to have hands-free if you need it. It's got two modes, and then it's got the signaling mode for it. A little bit of extra cordage. That was for something else. I just threw it in there. I also like to keep just a little backup flashlight. And I have some alcohol wipes. And I always carry Bic lighters. I always try to keep 3 of them. You ever heard that saying? 2 is 1, 1 is none. Well, I'll say what happens if one of these leaks out in my backpack, or one of them gets wet, or I lose it or break it or whatever. So it's just nice to always make sure you have a good working lighter. So I keep 3 of those. And also extra batteries for my headlamp. So that's that pouch. Let's go ahead and move forward to the next one. So I have a 32-ounce canteen with a cup as well, and it's just a single layer. It's not insulated, so this is good in the event you need to boil water. If you don't have any other ways of disinfecting it, and I also keep it full of water, because what good's a canteen if you don't have any water to start? Also, yeah. So let's go ahead and move forward to the next item. Also keep in here some the little disinfectant tablets, just in case I can't make fire, to disinfect my water. And then I also keep some good mosquito repellent. I hate bugs. They bug me, literally. This one's actually pretty strong. It's 98.11%. And so that's why I just keep a little bottle, because I'm sure I'll probably just need a little bit of this and not a whole lot. Alright, moving forward to the next pouch. So in here, this is kind of like, there's a few comfort items in here I'll go over. It's good to keep a wet, right in the rain. I use it for keeping my notes, stuff like that. If you need to jot something down, it's good to know. Say you get away from your vehicle, you can leave a note on your window saying which direction of travel you went. I keep a little bit of food in here. Got some bars. They're pretty good. They got some protein and some calories. They'll keep you alive. I got some. This is, just in case, some of that self-adhesive tape, or Coban, whatever you'd like to call it, for first aid purposes. This stuff right here is worth its weight in gold. Gorilla brand duct tape. You can do all kinds of good stuff with this. It's even also, you can tear a little piece of this off, and it's good for, you can make it, helps light fire. So if you have some damp wood, it's hard to light. This will actually burn for a little bit, so that's always good to have. I keep a fire starter and a backup fire starter. These are good little ferrocene rods. You can use the back of your knife. This is just a little striker that came on it. They're pretty cool. I mean, that's good too if your lighter ever takes a crap. Oop. See? It's good for making fire. I have another little one as well. I'm not a really big fan of this one. But it's got a little magnesium block on there. What you do is you actually take this little in here and you scrapes them off. And it's also used for help for starting fire. And this is just a little tiny rod as well. It's not as good as the other one. But it's good to have it. To not have it. And then here, this is, believe it or not, this is dryer lint. This stuff is really highly flammable. So that way if you can't process, you can find some dry grass or like some birch bark or whatever to help you get your fire going. I like to keep this in my bag. I keep a battery charger. That way, say if your phone dies or whatever, at least I could get at least a good full charge out of this to charge your electronic, which is just going to be using my phone. I have a folding saw, and you can use this to process firewood, make a shelter. It's not a big one. I want to say it's, you know, it's a decent size. It'll do what it's got to do. And this is a comfort item right here. Just some good old like baby wipes or flushable wipes. You know, just in case you gotta go, you gotta go. Or if you want to clean up, you know, they're good. They're good to have. Also, more food. I like these little packets because they're real thin. They tuck just right in the pack. You know, they're good source of protein. Keep you alive. This is a homemade fishing kit that I made. I have some more Grill Brand duct tape on here. You know, you can use that as a fire starter. I have about 20 feet of line. No, actually more than that. And then inside there are multiple different items. I have some bobbers. I have some hooks. I have some weights. I have some flies, some lures. That way if I'm close, you know, to the river or whatever, I can try to catch some food. Not, I can always use a fishing line, maybe make a snare, catch something, hopefully. Another comfort item, toothbrush, toothpaste, good to have, clean breath, good hygiene. And also along with that, some dental floss. I hate getting stuff stuck in my teeth. And a compass. Good to have a compass. If you don't know how to use a compass, this one's actually good because I got a magnifying glass here. I can use that to start fire. It's rotating so that way I can get my azimuth. It's got a little ruler, and it's also got a signaling mirror, and it's also got that way you can find a target. You can look through it. That way you don't get lateral drift when you're trying to find your way. Compass, good to have. And tweezers, self-explanatory. Just a little plastic spork and food, or excuse me, a spork and a knife. You know, just in case you need to eat. You don't want to use fingers. Deodorant, self-explanatory. Pens and I got a pen. I keep a pen, a mechanical pencil, and a Sharpie. That way, if you need to write your notes down or whatever, you're good to go in that area. Multi-tool, Leatherman 200. Just another little backup knife, a little buck folding knife. Also, you want to make sure you keep it sharp, because it's not going to do you any good if it's dull. Moving on to the next pouch, and the last pouch is where I keep a lot of stuff, and I could go through it and tell you what it's all used for, but I'll just go ahead and keep it short. I'll just tell you what's in here. Good pair of leather, good pair of work gloves. You want something with leather on them. That way if you need you're out in the field, you don't cut your finger, get scraped or whatever. Military grade poncho. Keep you dry. You can also make a shelter out of this if need be. And also inside that I have 3 55-gallon drum liners. You can use this to also make a shelter, collect water, use it to make a raised bed. And here I have a orange hunting vest. This will be good if you need to make like a waypoint. Say if you find an area that looks good to find resources, you want to put that on a tree, and you want to walk out you don't want to walk any farther than what you can see it. That way you don't get lost. That way you can make your way back. Also, you can use this for signaling. I have a 1 pound roll of tarred bank line, number 36 bank line. Cordage, you gotta have cordage. Also, I have a paracord, 50 foot. And also I have on here is some already pre-tied knots. I have my bowline on the end here. And then I have the Prusik knots, which is good because when setting up your shelter, they pull, when you go to pull them out, and then your shelter won't pull back. So that's good if you're trying to get your shelter up when it's raining, to keep it from being soaked entirely right away. And then also I have a 5x7 all-weather blanket. It's got the reflective on one side, so that way if you have a fire, and you can also, that would be good to reflect the heat. You can use this also as your shelter, or wrap yourself up, whatever you desire. And over here I have a couple cotton bandanas. The reason I keep them in the bag, that way if you need to use it for a sling or a bandage or whatever, they're not all dirty and full of whatever. Also, you can use this to filter your water before you boil it. And I have a couple of plastic tent stakes. That way you can use this for if you're setting up your shelter. You can use this for like a quick release if you're using like a help you. Also, you can use this just that way if you don't want to carve stakes. You already have some ready, which will save you time if you're in the event of a wet weather. I have a full tang knife, 440 stainless. This is good, for carving or whatever. I can use this to process wood if you need to baton it. Gotta have a good knife. And I have a little bit of first aid stuff, not too much, because this is basically going to be stopping the bleeding. Tourniquet, some gauze, a few band-aids. Not too much first aid stuff, but I have a little bit. Also, I was just trying to get one needle, but I found this pack, so I was just trying to get the cloth style needle out of here. But these are good, that way if you need to repair your gear, or for instance, maybe you need to just suture yourself if you're that good, if you got that kind of skill. But cloth style needle, you don't have to buy the whole pack, but it's good to have at least your one good cloth style needle. And this here is basically like a little kit, little medical kit. It's got a few different things, some tweezers, that way if you need to remove a tick or splinter or whatever. Also, I have a scalpel in here. I always keep the blade sealed, that way it's sanitized. Pair of scissors. Also too, a dropper. If you don't want to carry your purification tablets, you can carry a bottle of iodine. And I don't have the specifics, but I don't know, but you can purify your water with iodine. So that's another reason I keep that dropper in there. I actually don't have the iodine in my bag at this time. I took it out. But yeah, that's what I have in my bag. Let's see if I can get a little bit of everything. But yeah, that's what I carry in my bag with me every day to work, and people always ask me what's in your bag, so here you go. I'm prepared, I'm ready to roll just in case stuff hits fan and I can't get home. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave any comments, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Enjoy.